Today I want to talk about the benefits of mental dump. What is mental dump? Mental dump is basically you written everything in your thoughts. You write it on a piece of paper. You jot everything that's coming in your brain. So the benefit of it is to helping for you to fall back to sleep. For example, before your bedtime, before no, have you ever been in a situation where you've been on the bed for 1 hour and you cannot sleep because you keep thinking about all sort of things? Everything is coming into your brain at that moment. The past that you dwell on your past, you think about the future, you worry about something that most likely won't happen. And I've been in this situation for a long, and it's quite frequent. How can I escape from this is to, before I go to bed, I sit down and write all the things that I'm thinking about that night. Put it there. I put it everything there. What happened is I remove the cognitive load, and my mind is not overloaded with chatter anymore. When I put my head on the bed, I didn't think much anymore because everything I've put on a piece of paper, I put there, and it felt good to remove all these things, to relieve from this chatter, a lot of chatter. The second one is to understand what you're thinking about, because we've been in a situation where we think of something but we don't truly understand what was the thing, and usually when you talk about it, you find it is hard to articulate it. It doesn't come to us naturally. So what we have to do is to write it down on a piece of paper. Write down your thought process, and it is like mathematics. For example, if you want to do a 4 digits addition, it's hard to do in your mind, but if you put it on the paper, it's easy to solve it. It's easy to see. So it is the same thing for your idea. If you have any idea, you have to put it on the piece of paper so that you can solve it. You can see it from different angle. So that's what has been super powerful in figuring things out, in solving a problem when you cannot see it, when it's hard to solve it in your mind alone. So use a piece of paper. It's simple. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a long time for you to complete it. And the next one is, it is related to the point I mentioned, but to solve the problems. And the third one is to come up with the plan. For example, you're planning for something. You're planning to achieve great things in your life. But if you don't put it on a piece of paper, you don't plan it, it won't happen. You will lose in time. Because we usually tends to fall back to our routines, fall back to autopilot, and we didn't think too much, and then after that 1 month 2 month pass without we tackling the things that are matters to us. We didn't work on the things that is our goals. So that's why you need to put it on the piece of paper. You're planning. You first of all you write all your goals, the goals that you have, and then you come up with the key action that you can take to achieve that goal. The third one is to put in your calendar. You have to color code it. For example, you have different section in your life. You don't want to go into one field. For example, in your health, you go in your health, but you neglect your relationship with your family. You neglect your business, your career. So it doesn't help you a lot. Instead, when you come up with all these goals that is categorized by different categories, and you color code it for each one. For example, you can take red for business, green for health. And then when you have those key action, from there you can plan to put in your calendar on when are you gonna do all those kind of things. For example, in the day, you put in the morning you want to work on your health. You work out early in the morning, and then after that you work on your skills. For example, the public speaking, you want to speak to the camera. So that's super powerful, and you put it in your calendar and you stick to it. It doesn't have to be big. This is one thing that I found after a long time reading, after studying a lot of successful people. They didn't do anything magnificent. They only do a simple thing that is easy to do, also easy not to do. But when they do it over time, it's compounded. When it reaches a certain level, it becomes not linear anymore. It's compounded super fast. And from there, he or she can reap the success, can get a lot of traction. That's why you don't have to think too much about, you don't have to start with something big. You can only start with small things, but when you do it over time, it's really compounded. And people also do things that is there's error in judgment. For example, you smoking, it doesn't show the effect right away. You don't see you have a breathing problem in 1 month to 2 months. It takes you maybe 3 years when you can see the effect, and after 4 years your health is really deteriorating at a rapid pace because it's compounded there. So that's the idea, and the time will expose us. That's why the next time when you're in the planning, just think of the things that is easy to do, also easy not to do, to stick to it, because when you have faith in it, you can achieve a lot. And also be mindful about this error in judgment activity that can really gives you everlasting failure if you stick to it and not conscious about it. Thank you.